Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today and last night, today and last night there has been so much Celtic news. Mohamed Jenze, we're going to cover him later in the week. Celtic's leaked away kit. Hopefully we can do a full video if more kits get leaked. That's just two of the things that have been talked about, but we can't cover any of it today. And you know why? Because it is time. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to finish the Scottish Premiership on the 37th match day at Tannadice. It will come full circle. Before we go any further though, please consider liking the video and please consider also subscribing to the channel. It's the best way to help support me and support the rest of the channel and the growth. So I appreciate all of you who do that, if you do end up doing that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, as I always mention on this channel, where did Celtic officially lose the title last season? Tannadice. Where are Celtic going to officially win the league this year? Tannadice. And that will complete the full circle, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we call the revelation of Ange, or the circle of Ange. But let's go in depth and preview what could turn out to be a famous night in Celtic football history, and also a very famous morning here in Australia. So we travel away from home to take on Dundee United, and let's look at the form charts, shall we say. In our last 5 league games, Celtic are undefeated with 4 wins and 1 draw in our last 5 matches. That 1 draw coming at home against Rangers. We sit top of the league, looking down on the Rangers by a very neat 6 points, and any form of points will secure the title. A win, a draw, a loss won't, unfortunately, unless, Rangers slip up as well 15 minutes later. As for Dundee United, though, they've been a mixed bag recently. Bit of a lucky dip, if you ask me. In their last 5 league matches, they've 1 win, 2 losses, and 2 draws. So if I was a betting man, I would stray away from betting on Dundee United in any form of match, except for against Celtic, because it's a guaranteed win. Or so we think. Anyways, they sit 4th in the league, which has been a very successful season for the Terrors. However, they could easily drop to 6th with teams in tight contention for that 4th spot, which is very crucial as it provides qualification for Europe. Well, not automatic qualification, but you go into the qualifying stages for Europe, which would be a major boost to any team in Scotland who is fortunate enough to get that opportunity and does well enough. As for injuries and suspensions, though, the home team have got a few players missing. Maxime Blamu, Peter Paulett, Ian Harkes, and Tim Akinola are all definite outs. However, they have not got any suspensions, so they are the only 4 for Tam Courts' men. As for Celtic, straight from the mouth of Ange, we do not have any new outages. However, Josip Juranovic will not make the matchday squad and is certainly pushing it for the Motherwell match. Motherwell, gosh, I almost had a stinker there. So no suspensions either, pretty much a full bill of health to win the league. Now that leads us into the penultimate lineup prediction of the season, and I do 100% believe this will be our strongest lineup. I think Andrew will want to win this match to give next week the chance for some players to, some of the rotation players to get some minutes, looking at Yusuke Itaguchi, looking at Liam Scales, looking at Stephen Welsh, looking at Christopher Julian, looking at Nir Baton in maybe his farewell match, and hopefully, maybe a couple of debuts from the youths, maybe Toby Olawuyemi in goals, maybe Owen Moffat, maybe Joey Dawson. We'll have to wait and see. But that is that. And into the lineup prediction, no more waffling. So, as you can see here on the screen, we have Joe Hart in goals. Then at right back, it is the Bricky, Mr. Ralston. Then the 2 centre-halves are Cameron Carter-Vickers and Carl Starfelt. Then at left back, we have got Greg Taylor. Into the midfield, Callum McGregor, who has been absolutely sensational this year. Then David Turnbull as the box-to-box midfielder, and Matt O'Reilly, the heartbreak kid, at Cam. Then up top is in the front 3, Jota on the right, Kyogo through the middle, and Dyson Maeda on the left. It could easily be Giacomarcus, but I do not see Ange straying away from his golden Japanese boys, and let's be real, we all love them just as much. So, into the penultimate final score prediction of the season. arguably the most important now. And it's not even that important because we've already won the league, but it's the most, it's the last one that actually means something. This is the last. It doesn't even mean something. We could go out there lose 7-0, it won't mean anything. We'll still have won the league, but still, let's address it. And what does Celtic need to address? Our slow friggin' starts. Seriously, last week, 2 minutes in, we conceded. We touched the ball twice in that 2 minutes. One was from kickoff, and one was passing the ball too hard. Stupid. It was terrible. It was poor. Luckily, we won the match. God damn it, we mounted a comeback. But still, if we had mounted a comeback there, and Hearts were able to put us, sit all 11 men inside the box, that could have been catastrophic for our season. Regardless, though, things worked out as well, but we can't afford that again. The last thing we want to be watching, or the last thing I want to be watching, waking up at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, is seeing Celtic 1-0 down for like 29 minutes. The comeback's all good and well, but I just get pissed off. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well when Celtic are just, flapping about, not really giving two shits. But, I think the players can certainly take it a lot easier this match, but, Ange won't let that happen. Ange will tell them, you boys, we're going out there to win. We may have this title already wrapped up, but we're going out there to win this match. Whether, under no circumstances are we going out there and are we going to go play for a draw. That's not in Ange's vocabulary. A draw is definitely not in Ange's vocabulary, and a draw should not be in any of the Celtic players' vocabulary as well. But how are we going to win? Where are the goals going to come from? Jota, 100%. He is the danger man. Especially at somewhere like Tannadice, where it isn't like Celtic Park. It isn't as wide as Celtic Park. You're going to need those players who are much better in those close, tight-knit spaces, such as Jota, who really excels in those areas. It's what the Portuguese footwork is built for, is for those tight spaces. And I'm sure he will excel, Doesn't mind, he may not get a goal, but he will work his ass off in defense and press Dundee United's defense. Kyogo, he will do the same. He will go. He may only get 3 touches all game, but I could guarantee you one of those 3 touches will be a goal. That's just how Kyogo works, You don't see him all game, pops up, scores a goal, magnificent. What more do you want from your striker, It's all good and well having a striker who can assist in build-up play, who acts as a false 9, but if they're not scoring goals, then what is the point of them? And, rotation-wise, Celtic have great rotation. I don't think that will be an issue. We've seen it in the last couple of weeks. Ange just makes a triple save. Abada, Giakoumakis, and Tom Rogic or Nearbaton, they all come on or Rio Hatate, they all come on at once and just absolutely, they give Celtic a 10-minute spell of just pure energy, because the opposition teams, they don't have the depth Celtic do, obviously because of finances and whatnot, but still, Celtic just use it to our advantage, and I don't think we've had this deep of a Celtic squad, this deep of a Celtic squad in terms of quality. Even the Brendan Rodgers era, our starting 11 was very strong, but our bench wasn't the best. And, right now, it is absolutely firing. You've got Giakoumakis and Kyogo. One of them has to be on the bench. You've got Abada, has to be on the bench right now. That is incredible. Rio Hatate has to be on the bench. Tom Rogic has to be on the bench right now. All these players with absolute world-class abilities, they are on the bench for Celtic. That is incredible. The fact that we can call upon them, with 30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, and to change the game if necessary, it's absolutely incredible. It's going to come into play a lot next year in the Champions League. But focusing back to the game right now, Dundee United, look, they are certainly by no means an easy team, To come 4th in this league, it isn't the easiest. The mid-table in the Scottish Premiership is always heavily contested. So the fact they've came out of that very well is very promising to see. And, Dundee United, I don't think they'll pose as much of a challenge as Hearts did last week. Hearts, I think, are a much better coached team. However, in saying that, we can't be complacent. We saw it last week. We were complacent. Hearts punished us. If we are complacent again, we will get punished. And that goes for any team in the league. It's as simple as that. If we keep making stupid errors, don't get into it from the first minute, we will pay the price. Hopefully it doesn't get to that, because I will be up at 4:30 in the morning. And the last thing I want to see, first thing in the morning, bear with me here, is Celtic playing like absolute utter shite. Okay? So, yeah, that's that. But, look, like I said earlier, goals are going to come, the opportunities are going to come from Jota without a doubt. You know, defense shouldn't be an issue. It should just be their focus should just be getting quality balls out from the back. Tony Ralston really needs to work on that. Greg Taylor, he's getting better, but Tony Ralston certainly needs to work on that in the absence of Juranovic. Only 2 games left. He should just go out there and absolutely 2-foot someone, if you ask me. The Bricky show is pure strength. But yeah, let's stop waffling here. Let's go into an actual score prediction. And it's going to be in style. I think Celtic just have so much depth and so much quality right now that they will go out there and absolutely obliterate Dundee United. I think it will be more of a long game than a short game. I don't think we'll go out there, put 3 in them in the first half. I think we might put 1 or 2, but the game will end like 5-6-0 if you ask me. Even away from home. Even without that home ground advantage, I'm predicting an absolute thumping. Angel knows it's for the fans, and he wants to do all the travelling supporters proud and all of those watching from home. But that is all from me. So if you did enjoy the video, please remember to like it. And please also consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. It's easy. Just click one button. Help support me. And I appreciate all of you who do that. I even just appreciate all of you who are watching right now. Means a lot. But yeah, leave in the comments below your final score prediction. And hopefully, and almost certainly, next time I am on this channel, Celtic Football Club will be officially the champions of Scotland again. We will have won the 2021-2022 Scottish Premiership in style. Andrew's first season. I will be absolutely partying all video long. And yeah, it's gonna be, if the next week is gonna be just absolute party on this channel. It's gonna be hectic. Stick around for it. I'm waffling. Come on, you boys in green, and hail, hail.